Simone de Beauvoir was a 20th century French philosopher, writer, and feminist best known for her work on gender, freedom, and existentialism. She argued that women's oppression was not natural, but was created by society, and she played a major role in shaping modern feminist thought. Her most famous book, The Second Sex, challenged traditional ideas about women's roles and sparked debates about gender equality. However, her ideas remain controversial. Some see her as a revolutionary thinker who helped liberate women, while others criticize her views on motherhood, relationships, and the nature of femininity. One of Simone de Beauvoir's most famous ideas is the statement, "One is not born, but becomes a woman," which argues that femininity is not something natural, but something that society teaches women to be. She believed that from a young age, girls are encouraged to act in ways that make them weaker, more submissive, and less independent than men. This idea is controversial because it challenges the belief that gender roles are based on biology. Critics argue that some differences between men and women are natural, not just socially constructed. Others worry that her argument downplays the importance of motherhood and traditional family roles. Beauvoir's idea of the otherness of women argues that society sees men as the default human being and women as the other, meaning they are defined only in relation to men. She believed that this made women feel like they had to fit into roles created by men rather than being independent individuals. This idea is controversial because it suggests that gender inequality is deeply rooted in culture and difficult to change. Some critics argue that Beauvoir's theory focuses too much on conflict between men and women, while others believe that she ignores the ways in which some women may embrace traditional roles by choice. Beauvoir's existentialist feminism combines existentialist philosophy with feminist theory. She argued that women must take control of their own lives and define themselves instead of being shaped by society's expectations. According to her, true freedom comes from making choices rather than following roles assigned by tradition or biology. This idea is controversial because it challenges traditional ideas about what makes a meaningful life. Some critics argue that Beauvoir's emphasis on individual choice overlooks the importance of community, family, and shared values. Others worry that her philosophy encourages people to reject responsibilities in pursuit of personal freedom. Beauvoir's rejection of traditional motherhood is one of her most debated ideas. She believed that motherhood often traps women in roles that limit their independence and personal growth. She argued that society pressures women into thinking that having children is their purpose, when in reality it is a choice that should be carefully considered. This idea is controversial because it challenges long-held beliefs about motherhood as a central part of a woman's identity. Some critics believe that Beauvoir's views devalue the importance of raising children and dismiss the experiences of women who find fulfillment in being mothers. Others argue that her ideas helped create greater freedom for women to pursue careers and personal ambitions. One of Beauvoir's less discussed but still controversial ideas is her views on age and death. In her later work, she explored how society treats aging, especially for women, and how people struggle with the idea of death. She argued that aging is often seen as a decline, particularly for women, who are judged more harshly than men as they grow older. This idea is controversial because it challenges cultural attitudes about beauty, usefulness, and the value of older people. Some critics believe that Beauvoir's views on aging are too pessimistic, while others argue that she overlooked the ways in which aging can bring wisdom, freedom, and new forms of fulfillment. Now that we have explored these key ideas, it is clear why Simone de Beauvoir remains both influential and controversial. Her work challenged traditional ideas about gender and freedom, but her views continue to spark debate about identity, choice, and the role of women in society.